Okay. Um, just had a realization that whatever you try to run away from, you run towards. You know, not the true you, but your mind created self. Whatever it is that you're trying to run away from, you run towards. Does that make sense to anyone? Because we're here to embody everything. Because essentially, there is nothing to run away from. But if your mind convinces you that, you need to get out of a certain, what am I trying to say here? Basically, you have to sit with whatever emotion comes up, whatever quote unquote negative emotion comes up, not necessarily the situation, but it's mainly the emotion you have to embody. Because life does reflect to you exactly where you are. And I guess often people have this habitual thing where they blame the situation when really the emotion was already there and the situation just happened to be a trigger, if you like, to awaken the dormant emotion. And emotions are just energies, energy frequencies. They come and they go, they rise and then they fall. So you just have to allow it to pass through the physical being, pass through the body. Because if you don't, it gets stuck and it becomes more easily triggered, if you like, more easily awakened until you allow it to pass completely. So you're not holding on to the emotion. I guess what I'm trying to say is just basically allow yourself to feel. We're here to feel it all. Because if you think you're going to sort of run away from the emotion by not feeling it, you're basically playing the long game. You really are, because the emotion will come up again, time and time and time and again, until you allow it to sort of be and just be the awareness behind the emotion. Be the awareness that watches the emotion rise and just breathe. Go back to the breath. Take long, deep breaths in and out. Don't go to your mind. Don't start telling yourself stories about the emotion, because that makes the emotion linger a lot longer than it actually should. So allow it to be. It is just energy moving, energy shifting, if we allow it to be. Does that resonate with anyone? I guess I've been called to this recording because it's serving more as a reminder to myself, first and foremost, because I'm feeling a little bit meh. Not entirely sure how to label the emotion, but what I've come to realize, the actual label of the emotion does not matter. And more and more, I am learning to just sit with the emotion and watch it with a certain sort of curiosity or interest, if you like. I just breathe and sort of try to feel where in the physical body the emotion is, and just allow it to be. I'm not saying I always do this, but that's what we're trying, that's what we're doing more and more often, definitely. And I am more easily able to sort of catch the emotion earlier. Because quite often what can happen with some people, before they realize that they're in a certain sort of emotional state, it has sort of taken over, and perhaps, they sort of only just realize it when it gets to the stage of overwhelm. Does that make sense? So I get, I'm a lot more aware of the emotion as it starts to rise, as in I catch it early, if that makes any sense. And basically, don't be scared of it. Don't be scared of your emotions. Emotions are wonderful. They're here as a signal to tell you where you are. So embrace them, not in a, oh my God, this is just embrace them and observe the emotion in a curious manner, if that makes sense. Because you can't run away from them. If you try, whatever you run away from, you run towards. Does that make sense? So let's embody all of this. Just sit with your emotion. Just remember to breathe. The breath will center you and bring you back to the now present moment.